大家好, welcome to Mrs. Lin's Kitchen. Today I'll be making pot stickers with homemade gluten-free wrappers and savory chicken filling. There will be two parts in this recipe, making the spinach and ground chicken filling and making the gluten-free wrappers. If you prefer using the store-bought dumpling wrappers, please check the description box below for my other video on easy pot sticker recipe. Here is the ingredients overview. With this measurement, you will be making about 16 equal-sized pot stickers. The filling of today's pot stickers is made with spinach and ground chicken. Traditionally, cabbage and ground porks are used, but the combination for the fillings are endless. For example, you can substitute cabbage with spinach, Napa cabbage, Chinese chives, or bok choy. For the meat, ground pork, ground chicken, turkey, beef, and even fish can be used. If you prefer vegetarian style, you can use the combination of bean curds, cellophane noodles, and vegetables of your liking. Regular pot sticker and gyoza wrappers can be found in many Asian supermarkets, but the gluten-free wrapper cannot be found. Therefore, I'll show you how to make them in this video using potato starch, rice flour, and tapioca flour. Let's make the filling now. First, finely chop the spinach after washing. You want to cut the veggie into very fine pieces so it'll be easier to wrap the pot stickers later. Next, transfer the finely chopped spinach into a clean mixing bowl. Sprinkle half teaspoon of salt and work the salt into the spinach. Let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. This will make the spinach sweat out all the moisture. When the time is up, squeeze out all the juice. Next, add ground chicken into the spinach, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. Mix well to combine all the ingredients. The key for making the gluten-free pot sticker or gyoza is to prepare the filling first and then make the wrappers right before you are ready to wrap them. When the filling is well mixed, leave it aside and we can make the gluten-free wrappers now. In a clean mixing bowl, add 1 cup of rice flour, half cup of tapioca flour, and 1/4 cup of potato starch. Mix all 3 types of flour together. You will need to add 3/4 to 1 cup of hot boiling water into the flour mixture. Add half of the water first. Mix it in with a spoon because the water is still very hot. I use hot boiling water to activate potato starch and tapioca flour. By doing so, it will create elasticity and help to hold the flour together for the wrappers. When the mixture starts to cool down, you can knead with your clean hand. Continue to add water in as you knead until you have one malleable piece of dough that's not crumbly or too sticky. You can also add more water if needed. Spread a thin layer of dry rice flour on your working surface. Next, roll the dough into an elongated log. Cut into 16 equal portions. You can use the scale if you want to be precise. As you're wrapping the pot stickers, keep the cut up dough under moist paper towel to prevent them from drying out. Now, let's fold the pot stickers. First, place 1 piece of dough on your working surface and shape it into a circle. Then press both sides down with the palm of your hand. Next, start rolling the dough while rotating. You want to roll it thin without making any tears or holes. Your wrapper should be this thin and about the same size as the regular store-bought wrapper. Moisten around the wrapper with water. And add roughly 1 tablespoon of the filling in the center. To make the pot sticker shape, first, fold the wrapper in half and pinch together at the center. Next, hold the top layer. Fold toward the center and pinch down onto the bottom layer like how I am doing here. Continue this technique until you reach the edge of one side. Repeat the same with the other side. This is the most common way of folding pot stickers. Don't worry if your pot stickers don't come out nice the first time. It takes some practice to become a pro at folding that perfect pot stickers. Now, I'll show you the easier way of folding. Roll your dough thin like how we did it previously. Add the filling in the center. Fold the wrapper in half, then simply pinch the top and the bottom layers together to close the pot stickers. Continue to fold the pot stickers until you run out of dough. We're ready to cook the pot stickers now. Oil a frying pan and place the uncooked pot stickers in. Cook on high heat for about 1 minute. Make sure the pot stickers are not touching each other. Unlike regular wrappers, gluten-free wrappers are stickier. When they're stuck together, you'll be harder to separate them and will most likely to break apart. When the time is up, pour in 1 cup of water and cover with a lid. Lower the heat to medium-high and continue to cook for 6 minutes or until the water has all been evaporated. When the pot stickers are done, the bottom should be lightly browned. Take the pot stickers out and serve them hot with dipping sauce. To make the dipping sauce, simply combine 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, half tablespoon of black vinegar, and half teaspoon of sesame oil. Add some chili sauce if you like to make your sauce spicy. Pot sticker is just a classic recipe loved by everybody. I found this combination makes the gluten-free wrappers the closest to the real deal. With this recipe, I hope those of you who have gluten allergy like me can start enjoying pot stickers again. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment area below. I'll be happy to answer and give you more tips. If you like this recipe, please share and subscribe. Happy eating! Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.